Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. EA Sports College Football ready to roll in Week 3. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So North Carolina's offense will get the football first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got a little grass. He's at the 40. The 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And they have made no bones about this first drive, have they? They said they were going to come out and establish the run and be physical. And the more physical team was going to win. And this offensive line so far, first drive, setting the tone, getting movement up front, getting running backs going. Palmer, the game gets very easy when you can run the football and establish that early in the football game.
And you just keep doing it until the defense can stop it. That's got to be so demoralizing on the other side of the football, because you're absolutely getting the ball shoved down your throat right now early in this game. And you're right, you're letting the opponent completely dictate the terms of this football game to you. So until you prove you can stop it and you get more physical, it's going to be much of the same as this game continues to go on.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. They're trying to slam it in. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Tigers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. We get a look at the guy the quarterback will be looking for, T.J. Moore. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. You just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Haynes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
The handoff to Johnson. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. Still on his feet at the 45. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
That's a bang-bang type play. RPO in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
Running inside, it's Johnson.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. We'll send the tight end in motion. He's got it again. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
There's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
The RPO, it's complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. A first down run on the doorstep. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Quarterback making checks. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? They'll move the tight end. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many...
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. He's looking to pass. Quarterback strolling away from heat. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hall. Cross the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The Tar Heels line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no...
Got it on the outside. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. He'll set up to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Time to find the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. To the air, it's Edwards. The throw, it's complete on the right side. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Let's see if they're able to tack a few more onto this lead before the break. Trying to start the drive with a pass. The sure hands, it's Johnson. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Left side, Wesco makes the grab. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Outside the pocket, lets it go.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The kick is on its way. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 16, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the Tigers looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now back to your game in Death Valley.
The Tar Heels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in with Clemson's coach at the half. The first half was okay, even though they've got a lead. He understands the ACC season opener, conference opener, they've got to be even better in the third quarter. He said there's some things we can clean up, some positives we can build on. Their intensity has to remain strong here to start the second half.
Thanks, Holly.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
On the move, it's Haynes. Picks up the first down. There's some room, and they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. An explosive play in the running game moves the sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give it to him again. Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Fights off a defender. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Got his man. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Finds a man in the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. First down for this offense. Looking for a man, it's Edwards. With the catch, it's Ship.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
And the Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. 3rd down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
The run inside. It's Hall. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Grab behind the line. It's Hall. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening hole.
Oh, he's got some space. Made a defender miss. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets him to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
They'll move the wide receiver. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Go, go. Running inside, it's Haynes. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. After 3 periods of play, and these 2 running backs have gone head-to-head. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Grabbed behind the line, it's Moore. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Run in the red zone, it's Johnson. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you are.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Catch in the middle, it's Thurman. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Looking to throw for it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and short.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Looking deep down the right side. Makes a catch. Converts on 4th down. Is still on his feet. Finds a seam. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hall. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Here comes the heat. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the end zone. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down.
There's a crease. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Motion from the wideout.
Motion. Go. Move. Let's get off the field. Let's go, defense. Our time.
Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Turning it on! And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. The run inside. It's Johnson. Here's a little room there. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. On the run, it's Haynes. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move. Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out.
Makes the grab in their space. The 30. Running inside the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.